Alright, we're back here for round 3 of the RCAF Championship Series. I have with me BockNak this time.
Hello.
You may remember him from playing Leona in the first game and Sona in the second game, and he was the captain of the team that won both games.
Booyah. Victory.
He's a level 30 player. Would you like to say anything else about your resume, sir?
No, I think you covered everything. And Kevin sucks. That's about it.
Anyways, this game is a game between a team that I think nominally I captained and Reaver captained the other team. And, well, you're about to witness a bit of a disaster. I'm not going to lie.
Why is this a disaster?
Well, this ends up as a 20-minute surrender.
Wow, that is pretty bad.
Yeah. The teams, I thought the teams were evener than they were. I knew my team was the weaker of the two. Because, and people who watched the first two videos may remember Nilo playing Brannigan's Law, Ash there once again. We didn't really have someone of his skill level to match him up against. So we knew that the bottom lane was going to be a problem. We knew the middle lane was going to be a problem too because Branticus, who's playing Togwell, the Victor, he can't get into his level 30 account because of a problem. He wasn't banned or anything. It seems that they screwed up with his login info, so he's having to use one of my Smurfs, and he's not very familiar with Victor, but his options were Victor or Gragas, and apparently wasn't very familiar with Gragas either.
Gotcha. So, you have 230s on each team, correct?
Yes.
But their levels have been dumbed down to what?
Level 12 again. 12 mastery
12
points,
again.
and then the 4 marks, 4 seals, 3 glyphs, 1 quint.
Alrighty. That would explain why our supports do not have the proper items.
It should be noted that I didn't set up my support mastery page. I forgot to. I have a page named specifically RCAF Games, but I had it down to 0 because I wasn't sure if I was going to be the support or if I was going to be whatever. And I completely spaced on forgetting that I had 000 mastery set up. So my account is, I have level 12 runes and level 0 masteries.
Yeah. I would like to point out that Reaver's team has a very good spread in the beginning here. The blue team seems to be bunched up with blue, and they're covering red and blue.
Yeah, J-Dog didn't feel
like
terribly comfortable, so we brought the full thing.
Ah.
It doesn't really play, I understand what you're saying. It doesn't really play a big role because, well, there's no invades or anything, so.
Right, but
standard.
Right. However, Andrew is starting his farm already.
Yeah, Andrew does get a bit of a head start on farm. And we thought we would win the top lane because Althos, I had thought, was a little bit better of a player. Also, was really kind of displeased with Jiggerman for picking Cassidon. Because I had specifically told him, Brandicus is using a Smurf account, a champion he's really not familiar with.
Right.
And Jigger, of course, being the ultra-competitive guy he is like, I'll take Cassidon!
He's a good champion in anti-mage, but against an inexperienced player, I don't know. Is that what Jigger's good at, or...?
Jigger claims he's not very good as Cassidon, but let's just say that this footage tends to suggest otherwise.
Ah.
So, we got Andrew. Andrew, by the way, never had played Ezreal before this game. That was how we were thinking, that it would be slightly even bottom.
Right.
It's not going to take long for that to be proven not true.
Yeah, they have a couple wards out already, and they also have a level up on you guys on the bottom lane.
Mm-hmm.
You guys just now reached. It's a good pull, though, you had on Alistair.
It's that I'm pretty sure I was aiming for Andrew. Not going to lie. Ezreal's a hard guy to get the pull on because of his really evasive kit.
Yeah, his little blink ability.
Exactly. So, given the choice of, would I want to face an Ezreal with Thresh, the answer is probably no.
Right. Oh, Milo getting cut out.
Yeah, that's going to happen a lot.
Here we got Brannicus pushing the middle tower.
Yeah, Brannigus in the chat was having to ask people questions about what certain things Victor had even did.
Oh wow!
At that point, I'd realized, oh my God, this is not gonna end well.
Right.
There I did catch Andrew with the hook, but I think that only happens like maybe half dozen times.
Has Nilo improved as far as the last games we had with him?
I think he got worse. You need to tell me the secret to you getting Nilo to actually listen to you. You need to tell me this. Because I couldn't get him to listen to me.
I just continually screamed at him.
People on my team will back me up on this. I was screaming at him.
See, we got Nilo with 9 CS. Ezreal, Andrew has 14 now.
Yeah. Well, Andrew's a naturally better farmer. Like, we give Andrew a lot of hard time about his farm, but like he's actually a good farmer. It's just that he kind of forgets.
Oop, we got our jungle gank in the mid here.
And a jungle gank bottom. And that's where the first blood comes in.
Yep.
And right there, like I'm gonna kind of go on a little side note here. Like like this goes back to the whole Nilo doesn't listen thing. I told Nilo to run, and instead of running, he stops to try to fight them. And I'm like,
wow.
Dude, you don't have flash, and Ashe doesn't have a natural escape. Run!
And you're outnumbered, and their AD carry out levels them too.
Yeah. So, because we saw Kevin coming. Like, it's not like Kevin came in and like we had a ward there. It's timed out now. You can't see it now. Or yeah, you can still see it now. It's still there. We had a ward there. We saw him coming like right around the edge of the dragon pit. And at that point, it was like, okay, Nilo, back to the tower. I start going back to the tower, and he's still just farming away.
Yeah, you had plenty of time to retreat. That is for sure.
And yeah. This is going to come out as a little bit of a Nilo Bass session, but I'm also trying to pick your brain for how to help him.
Right. The top lane here, Althos is pretty low, and it looks like there's a jungle gank coming.
Yep.
Could be a tower dive kill here.
Kevin making his way up there. See, and at this point, we also have a problem with our jungle because J-Dog, because Branticus is like telling us in chat he's having such a hard time with the Kassadin. Right there, he dies to the ignite.
Right. Let's see this play here, top lane. Sorry to interrupt you, but the fact that Garen, who is Comic Django, he fell back and left Kevin by himself, whereas they could have tower dive, took gangplank, maybe even a tower, but because of this, Kevin's having to fall back, and the potential kill is now gone.
Yeah, bad move from Django. If I talk to him later, I'll have to ask him why he pulled back there.
Yeah, that was perfect setup. They had an outnumbered, Althos was low, they both had full health. Could have been an easy kill.
Yep. I don't think they would have got the tower, because I think J-Dog was close enough to make the tower defense happen. But
yeah,
they definitely had a kill on Althos if they had worked together.
Definitely. Looking about a 10 CS lead for Ezreal. See how the mid's doing. Mid's about even.
Yeah, you can see though there's a pretty big gap opening up. Not necessarily in farm top lane, because actually Althos has got the farm edge by like, well now it's actually literally even. But like he's the one being driven low and being pushed back to his tower and so on. So I mean the farm is pretty even, but he's losing that lane.
Right.
And we're losing bottom.
And you're pushed back at the tower, I see.
Yep. And
what is Nilo doing? He is sitting in the base, not moving.
I think he was trying to teleport.
Just sitting there.
Because he has teleport and heal, which I should have noticed at the start and been like, no, get flash.
Been sitting there for about 20 seconds. There he goes.
Yeah.
That was strange.
I don't know what happened there. Maybe a disconnection? I don't know.
Maybe. Or a real life issue or something? I don't know.
Possibly. Nilo does have kids and a dog. And he will be interrupted from time to time.
Uh-huh. See, I already see this as being a problem between Jigger and Tog. He's got 70 AP and about 84 attack damage, whereas Togwell only has 63 and 70. So, I don't know. And a level on him as well.
Yeah, well, you look at the build. It's basically one has a blasting one has an amp tune.
Right.
which is not a huge gap in build, but
No, but it's just...
it was also the fact that he just had no confidence in there. Like he was every time they exchanged, he was losing, and he was nervous about it.
Right. Which makes sense with an
And
inexperienced
here's Nilo getting beat up.
way out of position here by himself,
Yep.
pushing halfway across the lane.
So yeah, when I
That's a
left the
kill for
lane,
the
I
purple
told
team.
when I left the lane, I told him, do not push the lane. You're gonna basically sit by the tower and farm while I come back.
Right,
And
makes sense.
I look back and he's almost up to their tower, and apparently didn't understand what the meaning of don't push.
And there goes Althos.
Yeah. I was surprised that Althos was losing his lane to Django, because I played a lot with Althos and a lot with Django, and I always thought Althos was the better player.
Yeah, I had him on my team those 2 games we won, and I was not yelling at him at all. Maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
I was
All right.
not
I
disappointed.
am going to pause the game right now. So
Okay.
3, 2, 1, pause,
Paused.
and we will go on to part number 2, because we're at about the time we should be.